Alright guys, here we are at the workbench again, and I went to Home Depot today and picked something up, and here we have it. This is the RIDGID 18 gauge brad nailer. I read up online a little bit and also watched some YouTube reviews, and found this to be a decent brad nailer for the price that it was. It was only $99 at Home Depot, not bad, and it ranked, I think, in the top 10 from the reviews that I watched. And you go to Home Depot and look, and it's got like a whole shelf of them. You know, Porter Cable, DeWalt, Milwaukee, Makita. I mean, I picked them all up, see how they all felt in my hand, see how I liked the trigger, the different settings, the magazines, everything. And this was the one that I liked the best. It was a decent, affordable price, and so I just went ahead and got this one. And hopefully this will help me out in some of the builds I have planned in the future. I'll be making videos of those too. But in the meantime, let's just go ahead and open this bad boy up, right? So I can go over, I guess before I open it, let me go over one more thing here. On the top, it shows right here, if I can refocus on this a little bit, right? So it's free O-rings, free piston stops, free driver blades for life, right? So basically it's just their lifetime service agreement. It just says here 3 easy steps: create your account, you know, RIDGID.com registration, register your tool, and then use your Home Depot receipt. And then I guess if you ever need any replacement parts, you can just request them online and they'll send them to you. Any of these O-rings, pistons, all that good fun stuff. If you're interested in something like that, the steps are right on the box on how to do that. And then this is this, well, 2-inch, goes up to 2 1/8 brad nails, and this is an oilless motor. It was saying, a driver, so it doesn't need any oiling ever. So let's just go ahead and open this bad boy up here and see what we got. Oh, look at that. That looks like it comes in a case. That's nice. Pull this out. Oh, that's a real nice case. Wow, look at that. So that's it. They just put that right in this empty box. So toss that over there. And it looks like it comes with this nice case here with the RIDGID logo, and it's got the orange and black colors for it. Looks like we got a zipper here on the top of it. It seems pretty sturdy. Nice for storing your brad nailer in and carrying it around. But let's just go ahead and unzip this bad boy here and see what we got in here. Alright, so that looks like an instruction book. We're gonna have to go through and read that for air compressor settings and everything else. I think I saw, when I was looking at it at the store, it was a max of 120. So we'll just look at the range settings. I think when I was reading reviews, it was like low 70, max 120. So good to go. Little starter kit of some nails. Looks like there's only 200 in there. So right there, we got 218 gauge 1 1/4 brad nails. So something a little start you out with. Right, and then looks like we got it wrapped in some plastic in here. So we'll go ahead and pull this out now. Yeah, nothing else in there. Set that aside. And let's see what we got in here. I'll show you one of the features that really sold me on this one. I didn't really see it on any of the other guns, even like the more expensive ones like the Porter Cables or the DeWalts and stuff, that I really liked about this RIDGID. I'll show you here in a second. We'll pull it out of the plastic here. But right here, the air compressor nipple is on a swivel, right? And I really liked that feature of it on the swivel, and it comes with belt clip right there, which is really nice. Some of the things that I liked. Another reason I picked this one at the store is it had the best grip, at least for my hand size. I don't have the biggest hands, and this grip and the trigger placement was the most comfortable out of all the ones that I picked up. We'll go ahead, pull that off. So you got the nose, right? And it looks like down here we have storage of a couple other non-marking tips for it, which is nice. The little selector level right here. We'll see if we can get that focused right there. So you have, it looks like a T, but I think it's supposed to be a representation of a nail, right? So you have a one nail shot, and then you can pull this out and flip it over, and then now you're basically on rapid fire, right? So that's going to be bumping, where you just pop, 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 pop. Now don't do that with nails in it, but we just took it out of the box. So I like that feature too, where you could basically select fire it, whether you want single or bump fire. For whatever project you're doing, or like probably when I start, I'm just going to start on single until I get more comfortable with the nailer, and then I'll put it maybe over to rapid fire. But so I really liked that. The trigger is very comfortable. The grip. So it says right there in the back there, it says your 18 gauge, rigid 18 gauge right in the casing. It looks like it's metal, but I can't tell if it's just a metal painted plastic or if it's maybe a really thin. But either way, it is engraved in there, so that's nice. And that it's still on your magazine. Reminds you that it's an 18 gauge brad nailer. So you got your little easy clip here. Said you can hold like up to the 2-inch brad nails. And it is like a smoke translucent, so you can see them if they're in there. And it has the little gauges on there. Inch, inch and a quarter, right? Inch and a half, inch and 3/4, and then your 2. So nice, right? You got the top here, clean drive. This comes up, right? And then unhook it from the front, and then you can pick it up. And then you can clear your jams out of there. If you ever get a jam, put it back down, snap it back. And then this wheel, from the reviews that I read, this is your depth adjuster. I guess there's a little picture there too. So if your nails aren't going flush, then you can just adjust that to get them flush. And so we'll deal with that when we get it all fired up. Right now, I just wanted to do the unboxing so you guys can see it. Some of the features, I like the belt clip feature. I like the swivel for the air compressor connector. The magazine works good. The trigger is really comfortable, and I really like the select mode. So I think that'll be nice. I'm waiting to play with that. So yeah, all in all, it looks good. So let's see some of these. This is your trigger from the factory with selectable trigger. So yeah, this is just telling you it's shipped from the factory with the trigger set in single. And then it says it again in single sequential actuation mode. The select trigger can be set for contact actuation, so bump fire when you hit it. So that's just your trigger warning. Please refer to the operator's manual, and then it says it again in 2 other languages. So we can probably get rid of this. So that's just telling you to read your manual. Trigger comes set in single shot, which I moved it back to from the box. And then this is another danger label here. So the other side is a different language. So this one says, it's written in another language too. Both sides? Yeah. Oh, but look at what I found on here, guys. So we'll take this off and I'll bring this closer. So it doesn't really matter what side I'm looking at here. It's not in, that's definitely not English. Then you flip it over this side and that says danger, but that's not English either. So but what it does say on here, right here, is your air pressures, right? So min 70, max 120 for PSI. So, and that's the model number of the gun that was on the box too. Right, 18 gauge. So there we go. So that confirms it. So between 70 and 120 for your compressor. So we're all set, guys. There we have it. My new RIDGID brad nailer. Right there. So look forward to seeing that in some other videos, and I'm looking forward to playing with it a little bit and getting used to it. And I got a cabinet I want to make and a drill press stand, so we'll put this to some use here later on. Alright, thanks for joining me for this unboxing of my new 18 gauge RIDGID brad nailer, and be sure to subscribe, check out some of the other videos, and hopefully I can get some more content uploaded here pretty soon. Alright, talk to you later. Alright guys, I spoke too soon. After I stopped the video, I found some other stuff on here I wanted to show you that I was looking at. So right here on the bottom where I showed you, got the little swivel. Remember how up here it says RIDGID and 18 gauge, right? So down here on the bottom it says oil-free 120 max PSI. So it is, again, on this little metal piece that it has on the end caps. It does have it embossed or engraved in there. All your settings, so you'll remember those. And then also too, here you can kind of see this little diagram I was looking at. So that has the nail in a little bit farther, and then that one has it out a little farther with the arrows. So I'm assuming if you rotate it this way, it's out, and this way is in for the flushness of the nail. And it actually is all the way around. So if you flip it over on the other side, there it is there again, and it is actually right there too on the bottom. So all the way around the trigger tells you what way to spin this wheel to make sure that the heads of your nails or brads are flush in the material. And then the one other thing that I found was the little selector knob from earlier. I was pulling it out and switching it over. Well, what I noticed is on the flip side, you can just push this in, and then when you push that in, you'll see that come out. So it'll turn really nice and freely to whatever selector you want, and then just let it click into the little indentation when you release your finger, and then you have your settings. So just a couple extra things that I saw when I was looking at it more closely off camera that I figured I would show you guys real quick. So there we have it. Again, there it is, my new 18 gauge RIDGID brad nailer from Home Depot. And again, this is going to be said twice now, but subscribe if you want to follow the channel. I'll be putting out some videos with using the new brad nailer here soon. I've got a couple projects. One of them I've already got the blueprints for. I just got to get some of the material and get it all ready. And I'm waiting for the weather to warm up a little bit before I start that. But yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're interested. I'll have some projects in the works for this. Check out some of the other videos, and I will see you next time, guys. Talk to you later.